I have one freaking fly in here, which is irritating me. Het is eigenlijk veel te vroeg voor dit gauw. Maar goed. Good morning, guys. It's the day after the ending of our journey, Josephine's and my journey. Yesterday we said goodbye to each other on the airport in Oslo. Okay, but let me get to this point. I've made a tutorial video in the past about how to make a Workaway page on workaway.info, and I got some questions in the past about how do I make a host page, how does this work, how does this functions. Oh well, I'm gonna show that now. Get yourself a cup of coffee. That's drinkable. It's too early for this, so I hope that was a good enough intro. I'm gonna start anyways. Okay, first of all, as a host, go to this website. Not only in work, but also in culture exchange, which I said right here. Because of the culture exchange. Ik ben vergeten op te nemen. Nou. God, ik haal koffie op. Nou, ja. Nou, geluid doet het in ieder geval wel. Good morning guys, and welcome to this new video on our channel. And I got some questions about how to make a host page. And that's exactly what I'm going to show right now, because as you can see, I'm on the website of workaway.info. Let's just get straight into this shit. In the right upper corner you see join now, and this time we join as a host instead of a workaway. Then you have two options. You can join either as a family or you can join as a business. But if you join as a business, then the focus is more on that the workaway is actually helping you on work that has to be done, even though it's not interesting work. But then you're forced to like give a minimum wage of payment. And then you can choose that the workaway has to pay their food themselves. But again, they are like encouraging to let the workaways eat with you, because then you have more chance to share culture exchange. And that's why it's maybe, I don't know, in my opinion, but yeah, I'm not a host, in my opinion, better to join as a family, because then the focus is more on sharing stories, cultures, food, and being social, and actually learning workaways stuff when you give them tasks as a host. So I'm going to sign up as an individual. Family is cool. Let me quickly interrupt myself right here, because what I forgot to say is that it's completely for free to sign up as a host. Now let me continue. So then you have to start with making a username. Yeah, I'm just gonna make one. Let me see. Bastiaan B. Choose a password. I'm not gonna say that, but I make a password. Email is, yeah. Next step. In this little box you can tell workaways about yourself, your projects, and your organization, who you are. I am Bastiaan, 23 years old. I'm gonna keep it short, because otherwise it's gonna be a long video, and this has to be short and informational. Born in Denmark, from the Netherlands. It's a long story why born in Denmark from the Netherlands. I'm not gonna explain that. Then you can like explain in here yeah, what your organization is or who your family are. So you can, if you have a family, you can explain about your wife, your husband, your kids, your dogs, your insects, where you live. You can maybe already explain like what your tasks are, but you have to explain the tasks in probably another box, which is standing right here. I can see that. 150 characters. Okay, well then I'm just gonna set it this, because otherwise I can make a page. This 150. Yes. So again, tell workers about yourself, your family, project, or organization. Just explain who the frick you are. What are you looking for with help? Here you can check boxes like Here you can check in like what you need help with. Let us say farm stay, gardening, help around the house, like maybe you need a house, gwemmen or gmen. Ik had hier vroeger moeten zijn, dat kan ik wel zien. Now there are people walking around here. Here you can see a box. Here you can explain about the tasks you've just been checking here. So gardening, it can be like you want to make a greenhouse, farms to help. It could be like that you have some cows that has to be feeded, helping around the house. Could be like everything, like dishes, vacuum cleaning, doing the laundry, animal care. Maybe you have some cats or dogs that has small babies which has to be helped, fed and taken care of. You check the boxes here you need help with, and here you explain about the details about the particular task or work. And I don't know if I have to write exactly something to even go further. I'm not going to do it because it takes too long time. It is very important to explain about the task because the worker needs to know what she or he has to do to find out if she or he is interested in it. Because not only the family has to match with the workaway, but also the tasks has to fit. Here you can write and explain about the culture exchange, and that means like what is there in the area to learn about sightseeing. What can they do? Maybe they can go for a hike, maybe they can go to some kind of museum about history in the area you live in. But maybe you yourself have some history about where you are from, and when you live in the same area for a long time, then you can tell snag about histories about the area where you live. Because that's also a responsibility as a host. The workaway has to work 25 hours a week. In exchange, the hosts provide not only accommodation and food, but also culture exchange. And this is, I think, the most important part of it. Type of accommodation. I think it speaks for itself. Type of accommodation. What kind of accommodation can you provide? Is it a hude if you're a camping place? Is it a room if you're a family? Is it a mattress outside in the garden? Who knows? Your knows. I apologize for my very low voice. It's because I only had 4 hours of sleep. So it speaks for themselves. But yeah, it is important what they're saying here. Try to include a good description of where the workaway is going to stay. This is also an important thing. Here you can add some extra information about, for example, I'm going to start with available transport. You can explain about that you maybe have some bicycles that they can use, or a car, or you can explain about possible public transport, bus, train, etc. And you can explain, could you not? And you can explain here about what the workaways can do when they're free. And again, that can be a sightseeing or culture exchange, or you name it. Next step. Oops, you forgot to tell. Okay, I have to do this. Apparently. It's gonna be some hard freaking work. No, just kidding. So, done. Okay, well, to make this video not too long, I'm just gonna do it like this. So, here you can add some private information which will not be shown on the page, but to workaway only. Here you can add some extra information. Do you have internet access? Is your internet access limited? Do you have animals or pets? Are you smokers? I have one freaking fly in here, which is irritating me. Here you can add in the hours per day and per week, but it speaks for themselves. It's normal that it's going to be 25 hours a week, 5 days a week. But you can also say 2-3 hours a day and 7 days a week. But then it has to be some hours more on another day. Fill it in yourselves. Do what your heart desires. Minimum stay. Here you can put in like how long the workaway has to stay for like minimum. Yeah, it speaks for themselves. Next step. Yes, I do. Contact information. This is not visible on your host page itself, so I'm not. Oh, geez, that I have to blur. Nice. This is gonna take some time. Organization name. Bastiaan crib. Then you just have to accept this. Then you click on register right here. Then you of course click on yes, go on. Make sure to read this and actually accept this and agree with this. So yes, go on. So when you've registered, you will receive an email with a link in it, and you first have to verify your email by clicking on this link. I can show a screenshot right here in screen. It's actually very simple. So now you have your page, which you have to like fine-tune. Host rating. This is based on how good your profile is filled in with details like pictures and information and stuff. Yeah, it speaks for themselves. Here you can upload photos, pictures, and I recommend to upload more than one, because then you can share even more information by only using pictures. That's a good idea. Calendar. Here you can fill in like in which month you need Workaway is. Green means you need some, yellow means perhaps, red means obviously no. Here you can see all the information you've been filling in the form at the beginning. As you can see, it's a lot of D's and L's, because I am not gonna make a whole big story, because otherwise it's gonna be a too long video, which is already half an hour. And people are soon coming to work here, so I have to be quick. Photos is gonna be shown here when you upload them. Write the information you want to share, but don't make a Roman of it, like a book. Oh well, apparently my camera stopped working. I apologize for that. It is what it is. What I was explaining is that my previous hosts in Ørsta, they made a particular sentence in the descriptions which the Workaway had to type in the topic when they wrote an email to make sure that they actually read the page. But my explanation with this was, it's a good idea, but it should be obviously that the Workaway should reach the page before even writing, because if you don't know if you like the tasks, then why write? Because then you could get some tasks which you don't even like, or maybe you don't even like the family. So it's obviously, but it's a good way to do it. So when you've verified your mail, your page has to be like verified by a member of Workaway to actually be online. It has to be accepted by Workaway itself first, and after that you can like find Workaways in your area or in other countries. So I cannot, unfortunately, not show that now. I have to wait for Workaway, or I actually have to contact them, because this information will not be accepted. So I have to contact them and ask them. So for now, this is the tutorial video about it, how to make a page. In any case, thank you for watching this tutorial video about how to create a host page. I hope it has been informational enough. If not, then let me know. And I'm not gonna say all these basic things. I'm just gonna say goodbye from here, from the Netherlands, and see you next time. Yes.